The United States has too much cheese. The United States has a problem that sounds almost unbelievable at first. It is not a shortage, it is not hunger, it is not a lack of food, it is too much cheese. So much cheese that the number itself feels unreal. More than 1.4 billion pounds of cheese sitting across the country, stored in massive warehouses, stacked on pallets, wrapped and waiting, and this is not a rumor or exaggeration. It is a confirmed reality acknowledged by the government itself, and to remove some of this cheese from the market, the government stepped in and began buying it. Spending tens of millions of dollars to purchase millions of pounds of cheese simply to take it off the market, not to sell it, not to export it, but to reduce surplus, and this was not the first time something like this happened. Because decades earlier America faced a very similar situation, one that would forever change how Americans remember cheese. Back in the 1970s, the dairy industry was unstable, milk prices were volatile, farmers were struggling. Milk being a basic necessity for families and children meant the government could not allow the industry to collapse, so a decision was made to protect farmers by guaranteeing minimum milk prices, promising that if prices fell too low, the government would buy the milk, ensuring farmers would never lose money. And while this solution looked fair and logical on paper, it created an unexpected disaster. Because when profit is guaranteed, behavior changes. Farmers did not reduce production, instead they increased it. More cows, more farms, more milk. Because there was no risk, every gallon would be purchased anyway. Soon America was producing far more milk than it could ever consume. And since milk spoils quickly, it had to be converted into something that lasts, and that something was cheese. Cheese could be stored, stacked, aged, and forgotten. So milk turned into cheese, and cheese turned into mountains, filling government warehouses with millions of pounds of bright orange industrial blocks, and the government did not know what to do with it until a strange decision was made. Instead of destroying it, the cheese would be given away, distributed through food pantries, school lunch programs, and welfare assistance, turning a surplus product into social aid. And this is how a simple dairy product became known as government cheese, delivered in large unbranded blocks with no choice involved. For millions of Americans, this cheese meant survival. And at the peak of the surplus, the situation became almost absurd, with enough stored cheese to equal about 5 pounds for every single American, man, woman, and child. And while many believe food assistance programs exist only to help poor families, the truth is more complex. These programs were also designed to protect agriculture and stabilize markets, helping farmers get rid of what the market could not absorb, meaning the poor received food, farmers received money, and the government controlled prices. But for the families receiving government cheese, the experience was bittersweet. It meant no hunger but also no choice. The same cheese every time, no alternatives. It became part of childhood for many, melted into meals, remembered with nostalgia and pain, because it symbolized not just food but poverty. Over time, government cheese entered American culture, referenced in comedy, music, and street stories, especially in hip-hop, where it became shorthand for struggle and survival. And while the warehouses eventually emptied, the system behind them never truly changed. Even today, the United States continues to produce more dairy than it needs, and once again the government steps in, buying millions of pounds of cheese with taxpayer money, storing it, distributing it, repeating the same cycle, making this not just a story about cheese but a story about economics, government intervention, and unintended consequences, a story where good intentions led to massive surplus, where milk became power and cheese became a symbol, leaving behind one simple question: is government cheese about helping the poor, protecting farmers, or rewarding overproduction? Perhaps it is all of them, because somewhere in America even today warehouses quietly hold stacks of cheese, each block telling a hidden story of abundance, waste, and policy, all sealed inside a bright orange slab.